what's good YouTube? Quickly making this video just basically saying that Fortnite is going to be removing legacy look controls. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a controller setting where you can have your settings on legacy, which is basically what Unknown, Wavy Jacob use, basically the L2 of controller, and they're removing it. So they're gonna switch everyone over to linear or exponential, so you're gonna have to play on linear or exponential. I'm just gonna be showing you guys some settings that I recommend if you are going to switch, the settings that you should start off on for this change. So I've made a couple settings for you. These aren't my personal settings, but this is what I recommend you start off on and then upgrade it from here. So 1.7 build and edit with a 45 vertical and horizontal. This is what Faceway uses for his X and Y. Personally, I like it. I run it a little bit lower. I run a 42-40. That's just what I prefer. But I recommend starting on a 45 and adjusting it. Make sure you have no boosts at all. I do have boosts on my ADS, but this is my preference. By default, it's on 16. You can keep it. I recommend trying out 16 with no boost, and then trying out 6 and 6 with 10% boost. It feels like it gives me a little bit more aim boost, so I like that. Look dampening time, this is default on 20. I recommend putting this all the way down. If you're on console, when I was on console, it was a little bit hard to have it all the way down. So if it's hard for you on console, just move it to 0.5 seconds. But I recommend having that all the way down. With dead zone, this is also not in your control. If you have a bad controller like me, you actually can't run a 5-5. For me, I have to run a 10. Well, I run a 10 on my left stick, doesn't matter, but I run a 10 left stick with a 17 right stick. But I recommend having 5-5 if you don't get controller drift. If you do get controller drift, just move it up until you stop getting stick drift. Foot controller, I don't actually know what this does, but when you have it on, it feels like you have more acceleration to your Fortnite character, so I recommend having that on. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, just letting you guys know that Fortnite is removing legacy look controls. They are available as I'm making this video. As you can see, use legacy look controls, they're going to remove this option here. So it's basically just these settings here. So if you run these settings, they're going to basically take these away. So you're going to have to move to linear or exponential. So yeah, it's been your boy Fergie and I'm out.